welcome to Smokey, Steve, and Mark.
I'm Mark.
I'm Steve.
Welcome or welcome back, y'all. Nice to see you.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend. It's Saturday night.
The freaking weekend. Maybe I'm about to
I know that song.
I was a freshman in college when that song came out.
Yeah.
So,
well, welcome to some Saturday night chit-chat, too.
yeah.
I don't think we did a chit-chat last week.
We haven't.
I can't remember.
We did a video together.
We did.
But I don't remember what the topic was.
And then we were making something, probably.
And then, tonight we just do chit-chat.
Yeah, get caught up on some chit-chat.
What's news? What's going on?
So what's up? What are you guys doing? It's summer is in full swing. It is so hot.
And it is a very sweaty summer because the New Year's resolution didn't really get off the ground.
No, it did not.
And that's a lie. It did in February for a little while.
It did.
But I didn't prioritize it. I figured I could live with it, whatever. And of course, I should have known. You hate it when you are overweight. Every day sucks until you're thin again.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we're in therapy.
Right. Yeah.
That's why every alternating Wednesday night I have therapy.
Yeah.
And they
But
wanted
I'm getting it's time. I need
the
to
AC.
do something because the AC and to lose weight too because my extra large shirts they're
sports
snug.
bras. They're all
snug.
Every shirt I own is a sports bra.
Right.
That's a Steve problem. So I either need to buy maternity wear or change the shape of the body under it.
Yeah.
And then again, walking, this was the start of the channel. This is 7 years in a circle.
Yeah.
How can I, with a history of food issues, not drive myself insane trying to lose some weight? Pace. Eliminating foods isn't a good idea on any level with an eating disorder, but you can't use that to stay fat forever, Chantal. You see when I say I have things in common with her?
Yes.
It's the most embarrassing, unflattering stuff that I do.
Yes.
Which is good for Chantal because she could come out the other side of her life like me.
Yeah.
I hope you marry well. Better than this time.
She'll never. She won't.
She won't.
Technically,
yeah.
I guess she's supposed to be married now.
Yeah.
But we all know.
Allegedly.
Whatever.
We'll get to that tomorrow when we
will. But we had a fun week. I did technically, I guess, my first collab with Craft by Jay.
Oh, yeah,
it was
with Craft
a lot
by Jay.
of fun.
That was good.
A live
Live
crafting with friends, I think, and we made sand dough magnets. It was beach themed. That was my part of the craft. Little magnets, made out of sand dough.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. And the sand was from the beach. And then Jay did, of course, his cards. He's so talented making those cards.
He's the most talented person I know who makes
cards.
I
know. It's so nice. You know what? We'll put the link in if you want to check it out. It was live, but it's up on his channel.
It's up on his channel, not ours.
For reviews. You can watch it. It was fun. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning, which I'll take full responsibility for, but I didn't know how to use it.
We only used StreamYard one
time.
And it was on my end, and you were on the other end.
I was in Florida.
You were in Florida with Mare. Having a holiday that I haven't had yet. I haven't had my bachelor party yet.
No, you still haven't.
Well,
that's on you.
Anytime now. You got to sleep sometime.
Well, yeah, whenever you want.
You don't wake up for the alarm. If I'm going to have an affair, I should have it at about 7 a.m.
True. You'll be safe.
You'll never wake up for it.
Yeah, no, never. No.
You can sometime
be
around noon,
there.
I'll be shooing him out the door at noon. Like, coffee? So
yeah, that's one that he always brings me coffee in the morning.
Yeah,
to try to wake me up. He makes the coffee and brings it in.
Yeah, I put the Keurig, and then as I'm counting my pills for the day, I'm and you have to add water to it too, about that much full because it's too hot otherwise.
Yeah.
Delicate sensitivities. So
but it was a lot of fun. The beach theme thing was fun and all part of the summer lineup, the summer fun stuff. I'm glad summer's here. I do get I have found that in the last couple of years, and I'm noticing it this year, on a topic of health maybe, that the heat affects me more than it ever did physically.
Yeah.
I can do about maybe an hour and a half in the garden, and I come in, I'm so overheated, and everything hurt. Last night I was weeding and stuff, and my hands.
We together chopped mirepoix.
I was like, can you help me chop some vegetables with my hands?
I'd love to, but I got claws, so I got it.
It was horrible, but I do have those gloves. I forgot. I have those copper gloves.
Yeah,
and I have some cream that you can put on your hands with the gloves.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to help, and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to try that after gardening. I might go out a little bit this evening. it was pushing. It was hot. It was supposed to only go up to 75 and went up a little bit more. And we're going to be in the 90s.
We're going to be in the
right?
90s in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
We get most seasons here. Except for what the dude at the nursery told you about our summers and how it's affecting his business.
Yeah,
because
I
nothing's
went today.
So
I went to the the nursery that I go to. It's a mom and pop nursery.
yeah, by
The
Giant.
guy's probably in his, I'm going to say 70s now, and gardening his whole life, and of course he has the nursery and everything. And he made me feel a little bit better because I'm like, I'm so stressed out. I feel like I'm so late. I don't have everything. And he's like, you have time. He's like, and now, in the last 10 years, things have shifted so much. We have, our summers are longer. Sometimes they even go through October. Yeah. And he's right. Sometimes it's very warm still in October.
They used to call it Indian summer. When
right. Yeah. And, because at one time, like May, you wanted to get everything planted in May, at least by the first week of June. Mm-hmm. He's saying now, no, you got till the end of June. July, you'll be just fine with all your vegetables. So what he did. He did all of his visuals, like his florals and his lawn. Mm-hmm. He did all that, and this week he's putting all his vegetables in. So I felt so much better because I was getting stressed about it. Yeah. But I have all the beds dug now. They're all dug. Yeah. And so all the plants are going to go in tomorrow. So that'll be good. Now we can start doing the fun stuff, like the decorating and
once all the regular legwork is done.
Yeah, I wanted to eventually be like a kind of like a secret garden back there, It
almost was because they never cut the grass, so it kind of was a secret garden. You couldn't see it from the street.
No,
because they let our grass go.
Yeah, now they're cutting it every week.
3 feet. Now they're cutting it every week.
They are.
They're not going out of their way to break it up.
No,
they're leaving it for hay season. Apparently, we're going to go out and make bales in the yard. A
little bit at a time, a
little bit at a time, and they do in front of the property that's abandoned that we used to live in.
Yeah,
they do cut the grass.
Take care of that there.
Yeah,
bizarre.
It's weird.
I don't know. It's very weird. But summer's in full swing. Oh, and you know what? We just happen to have an SSAM summer road trip for y'all. Oh, guys, our summer road trip is back, and this time all of our destinations are chosen by you. How about that special little place that you visit every year? Or what about that place you've always wanted to see but never had a chance to go? Well, just let us know by shooting us a message. And who knows, we may just visit there. So pack your bags. Our summer road trip begins right now. Known as one of Canada's greatest outdoor cities, we're heading to Thunder Bay, Ontario, a culturally diverse city with exciting shopping, sightseeing, entertainment, outdoor pursuits, and historical attractions. Thunder Bay is located along the northwest shoreline of Lake Superior, and it's a tale of two cities, with the amalgamation of the former cities of Port Arthur and Fort William in 1970. The town of Port Arthur was formed in 1884 and Fort William in 1892. Thunder Bay is connected to neighboring northern cities via the Trans-Canada Highway, and it's about a 15-hour drive from Toronto. Known for its famous landmark, the Sleeping Giant, Thunder Bay has a strong connection to Indigenous culture, but it's also a melting pot of cultures, with European settlers first arriving here in the late 1700s. And there's so much to see and do. Unique historical attractions, museums, accommodations, art galleries, cultural events, and of course, nearby parks and wilderness right by the city, which offers easy access to hiking and fishing and any other outdoor adventure you can imagine. And of course, the fantastic cuisine. Visit Prince Arthur's Landing, Thunder Bay's world-class waterfront, which connects the downtown North Core to the shores of Lake Superior, with a marina, an art center, commercial building with shops and restaurants. Or sail to Potpourri Island and see the second Canadian lighthouse built on Lake Superior. Or take excursions to Thompson Island, Caribou Island, Otter Cove, and the Slates, all definitely worth the trip. Or check out Marina Park with its boardwalk, walking paths, a maritime museum, and the historic CN rail station, which has gift shops and even an ice cream parlor. With so much to see and do, it is no wonder why Thunder Bay is Helen's favorite place to visit, for sure. And you know what? It has a pretty cool name, too. So, where will we go next? I guess we'll leave that up to you. Thunder Bay.
Oh.
Always wanted to see Thunder Bay.
Well, we're going to now, aren't we?
We are.
Y'all are coming with.
Oh, yeah. It was cool, huh?
It's good. It's been the hot weather. I'll take hot weather if it's sunny. This time of year, I need big, bright light, like in the morning.
Oh, yeah, to get
just
yourself going.
to switch off the production so we can stop with the melatonin.
Yeah.
Put me back to bed. I always thought coffee would fix it.
Mhm.
This time of year is historically for me. The 2 weeks before July and then probably into August. Anytime I've either had a mental health or a drug and alcohol issue or both at once, they ended up having the most severe consequences, like needing inpatient treatment. What happened kind of around that time of year?
Around that time, yeah.
So
spring is always bad for you.
it's spring, and then not all of summer's bad.
Going into summer. No, you tend to even out in the summertime, like
sometimes.
And then it seems like autumn, you're good.
Yeah, I just have to get through the.
You had a few hiccups, but that was years ago. It seems to.
It slowed down a little
weird.
bit. The last medication I was taking, the last day, antipsychotic, I was on for years, and then trying to come off of it was challenging because I took it before bed. Because if you've ever taken Susie Q's, you're going to know that you can put yourself out there for something not narcotic. It can do some.
It can make you drowsy. Oh, it can. Yeah.
So trading off from that one to another one was a change. I lost weight with that one out of my hands because pills make you fat. Well, they make you hungry even if they don't make you fat. That's like saying weed makes you fat. It doesn't. What you eat when you smoke makes you fat. Same thing with the antipsychotics. If you've taken any class of them, you know it can make you hungry, even if you're not a big person, if you've never been a big person. So
yeah.
But I've been keeping up with my mental health. Mm-hmm. I had an appointment I couldn't make. They gave me at the last minute. They called me Tuesdays to see if I could do one at Wednesday at 2.
Yeah.
How about I call you, give you 18 hours notice, and then demand you either come or pay me $50?
Yeah.
He's not like that, which is good. I had an appointment preset for the 20th.
Yeah.
So I have that to go
back. I think it's this week.
We're still, it's going to be.
It is.
Thursday.
This week, Thursday. Yeah.
And I'm off for Juneteenth. So I'm off
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's federal holiday now.
Yeah,
so,
I am too. So we'll be.
Whether you observe it or not, it's happening.
Together, we have a 4-day week. Okay.
Oh, I know, right? So on the health end, that's it. The meds are about the same. My weight, I haven't weighed myself because the scale doesn't really work too well. And I'm kind of liking not getting on the scale as long as when I get back on, it's not like ignorance is bliss. Ignorance can be stretch marks, if you don't pay attention to it. And I can't tell whether my skin feels looser, whether it feels squishier. It's going to feel different. My body, to me, feels different than it did 10 years ago, with age and whatnot. All of a sudden, everything just falls.
Oh, everything is gravity takes hold, man. I mean, the wrinkles, the gray hair, the body feels different. You got to take breaks. You have to, I got to pee all the time.
Rest breaks.
What happened?
We can't be too far from a bathroom, especially when we travel.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, we can't be more than
45
minutes away from somewhere to go.
Yeah. Now, I do pound the coffees in the morning. I could probably, maybe, but it's different than it was,
I'll give myself one good credit on anxiety managing, because that's really what the focus of the therapy I'm doing is now. It's not mood swings and coping. I've been doing that for years, but anxiety, I've never had a good set of skills for. I was like, either I'll just suck it up or give me a pill or a drink, because I have no skills and no time for this. It's ruining a perfectly good evening, sitting home being anxious all day. I ruined Sundays for Monday with anxiety. It starts at 2 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah, and it's a noticeable difference in him. So when it hits.
Yeah. Again, morning, Steve. Mm-hmm. So that's in the works. We've pinned that down as the thing we're going to be working on. Socratic reasoning. So we're doing a little bit more philosophy than we are. It's part of cognitive behavioral therapy, I guess, but it's looking through distorted feelings and. Is this more likely real or not? What do you think the odds are of this actually happening to you? To try to soothe your emotions with your thoughts, kind of. I had a friend who flies all the time. He's like, what? Planes are so safe, I don't even think about it. Mm-hmm. You know, I'd rather be in the bus that's more likely to crash just because it's low to the ground.
I mean, I would too.
But what is safest doesn't matter sometimes. My object doesn't react to that.
Right.
It doesn't. So, you know, tranquilizers help too.
They do.
They do. And if you fly either comfort class or first class, they give you booze.
They give you booze.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No,
That's
we won't be flying. I already solicited my doctor. I said, if I need to travel at any time, can I get something a little stronger for the plane? And they said no.
No. I mean, I could prescribe it to you, but I don't know if it's a good idea. We'd have to discuss it first.
Everyone I know who flies takes like a tranquilizer beforehand.
Yeah, everyone I know does
or has
too, actually.
8 or 10 drinks in the bar,
Or they
to try to get through and to get in.
Yeah,
So,
I know a girlfriend that she part of her routine for flying, and she flies quite often. She gets to the airport early and goes to the bar, and then takes her flight.
Yeah.
She's always done that.
Well, each drink will buy you about an hour.
Yeah,
That's how fast your body will process it. So you got to stay ahead if you want to stay.
I don't need tranquilizers or anything, but I really don't like flying. It's more of like the hassle of the whole thing, finding parking and then your luggage and then all that.
But usually the trip is so worth it afterwards.
Oh yeah,
like once you actually land and unpack your shit in the hotel, there's a honeymoon period of a vacation.
Yeah.
And vacation we haven't talked about this year. We're going to see.
haven't.
We'll see how much changes in the big jar.
Yeah,
And-
the change jar. Yeah,
And we're going to see where we go.
yeah.
Last year we did it on the cheap.
We did,
And we got a nicer place on the cheap because we
waited
our room out, so we went
until the end of summer. Yeah, maybe we could do something like that.
Yeah, because we saw Stevie, and I was later in the.
We can't do anything extravagant, but we could probably put something.
Yeah, because you know how extravagant I am.
Well, I meant like
I can't be
a
seen
week
like
and a
this.
half in California or something. I mean, you can't do that.
I'm already too fat for California.
We'll just take a loan out.
And what? Burn them? I don't know. Yeah, you don't pay.
Yeah,
loan out and just not pay.
Right. No, I know. Yeah, it's tough. When you're like, we our income is we're okay. We're fine.
We're fine. Bills are paid, lights are on, and we have some luxuries, so we're not in a bad spot at all.
But when you have to save, like there's not the extra money, like the extra save for vacation, save for teeth, that's a struggle.
That's enough to save for. And then I'm like, okay, there's the 403b, the 401k. And it's sitting there, but I can't access that until I leave that.
Right.
And because I'm the tender age of 42, they're going to take away a third of it.
Right.
So
if you touch it,
to pay taxes and withdraw. I'm 100% vested, so it's not like, it's more of a pension. I put a little bit of money in, but they drop money in each year. Yeah. It's very rare for a nonprofit like I work for to have that. It's nice. As a benefit.
Yeah. But I don't even have that. I don't have
the
that.
CEO always loved it. He said, I take very seriously that you guys, the money that you're making here feeds your family, feeds your kids, keeps the lights on. And I don't know if he really feels that way. He's kind of but it was a very nice thing to say. It was a very nice thing to say.
Yeah.
So
oh, you guys, I forgot. Guess what came in today?
Some kind of shirt.
Our summer shirts came in.
Camp SSAM. Smokey Steve and
they're so cool. I love them.
They're nice.
Which means I finally will get those prizes out on Monday, y'all. I have 2 prizes.
And you'll have your shirt.
Sitting, waiting for these to come.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I did? I went ahead and I added to the order. I had only ordered a couple shirts for the prizes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, I want to have a few more here too. So I added more onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they held the whole order up. They
until the other ones
added it to it. I thought they would ship those.
Ship 2 separate, and they
come
did.
later. They didn't. So, but anyway, they came, and I like them. We never did a summer one before.
No, we always had either like
a
wintry kind of theme and starry theme.
We did the Smokeysteveandmarc. That's what I was trying to
say. We did Smokeysteveandmarc a few years.
Yeah.
And Camp Crystal Lake was one of the years, wasn't it? Or was it?
Camp Crystal Lake?
From like Friday the 13th. Didn't we do a video about?
Oh, we did a video.
I was saying,
I thought you meant like the whole thing. No,
because we went to this place to go check it out.
Yeah,
and it was fun. It would have been so much more boring in the day. Not that I was scared. Yeah,
right. It would.
I was scared of frostbite more than anything. It's cold on that freaking mountain. You got to drive all over Hillingdale on these side roads. There's no interstate.
Yeah.
So you have to.
That was a good trip. That was really interesting to see. I loved it.
We've had a lot of little trips that are like 2 days that are good.
Yeah.
And we've had like week vacations, like we go to the beach or went to Atlantic City last year, but then also taking a 3-day weekend, we'd go to Philly back in the day.
Yeah, we haven't been there in a while.
We would travel cheap.
Those are always fun trips.
There was a Motel 6 on Roosevelt Boulevard. It was the cheapest smoking room I could find in Philadelphia to get down into the city. Because obviously downtown, I don't want to pay the prices, but also you can't smoke anywhere. No, and not that I smoke a lot, but it's on principle. I have my rights too.
Yeah.
I don't have a right to make you sick. Then open a window. Open a window. My parents smoked when I was pregnant. I'm sure it was fine. You see the old books for having kids? The kind of stuff they have? You should try to limit caffeine and alcohol while you're pregnant. And
Limit.
What's to expect when you're inspecting the old school
Oh,
versions
those
of
old
books.
books. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cut down. Don't stop. Cut down on smoking.
Cut down
Don't
a little.
stop. We want you to still buy this stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I don't know. I have no idea how long we've been talking, but I feel like we've been talking for a minute.
it's only a minute. How often do we get
I'm
to chit
worried
chat
that
anymore?
I talk too long. I constantly worry about that. Well, I do.
It's not so much the talking as much as what you're
what
saying.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you talk a lot more than me, but I think I say more.
Oh, I got
sometimes.
I got stories out the wazoo.
Here does. You should see what doesn't make it to camera. You should hear what doesn't make it to
Some
camera.
stuff out. It's too long, or we'd have 2-hour videos.
Well, for that agreement, thank you for agreeing to do a 2-hour video of your private life. That's great. And thank you all for being here and for watching.
Mhm.
Please do subscribe, hit the notification bell to get alerts when we have new videos, and go live. We're on X, Instagram, Facebook, all our contact info and stuff's below. Thanks, and we will catch up with you tomorrow for a live Sunday coffee talk. Yeah, because I'm looking back, it ends up, there's like a midweek coffee talk or a live, and then it spreads sometimes too far apart. It goes like 10 days.
Mhm.
It's a lot to cover, and no one cares what she did a week ago.
Yeah.
So we'll be bringing it a little bit closer to present. She's been a little more active lately.
Mhm.
She's been more hostile because she's broke, so she needs to turn her life into a shit show to monetize it. Poor bitch. So anyway, we're going to settle in and talk about her tomorrow, and then we roll into Mondays.
Yes, and I will be with you for Mondays with Mark and y'all. And it's a time warp video. We're going back to the fabulous 80s.
80s.
I love the 80s.
All the way back to the 80s. Make you
Isn't
feel
that
old?
crazy? I know. I mean, how long ago that was? It was. It just doesn't seem it.
It was like 40 almost 40 years ago. I was born in
No,
82.
it's crazy.
So
So thank you all. Thank you for spending your time with us this evening. You have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time. Okay.
all right, ciao.
Bye bye.
You sure?